Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Wesam's World. This is the Halloween episode.
Ooh.
With our Halloween guest, previous guest of the show, friend, actor extraordinaire, podcast host.
Thank you.
Lancey Williams. Thanks for coming on the show.
I love how the way you said it sounded like Lancey Williams.
There?
Lancey. That's what I'm going to change my stage name to, just Lancey.
Lancey would be a good stage
I'll
name.
recall that, the middle school energy.
Real quick for our listeners, Lance is the co-host of Right Place, Right Time podcast with Mike Pecci. He also does In Love with the Process as well. And he has a play opening up called Nightingale, the world premiere at Atwater Village Theater, November 8th through the 17th. Go to Lance's Instagram, Go Lance Go, and he has the Eventbrite link there. Here's a little synopsis of your play, which I was blown away by. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This is something that I would never expect you to play, but I'm ready for it. I love the little tag, first of all, okay?
Yeah.
Most people live two lives, who they are in the real world and who they present online. Ooh.
I feel like you should you absolutely should just come to the show and just promote right outside. Just tell people a little fluff right before they go in.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I'd do it. In Nightingale, Peter Snowden, this dude, is the grocery clerk bagger, the one standing at the end of the conveyor belt. A funny, lovable man with a smile, but privately, he's an Army veteran wrestling with his identity after a life-altering decision. With his heart on his sleeve, Peter spirals through phone calls and vlogs that are his cries for help in the digital void. This is a stage adaptation of HBO's 2014 film, adapted by the original screenwriter Frederick Mensch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is an independent production with a team of storytellers dedicated to bringing his intimate story to life.
That's it.
Boom.
Bang.
Edward Snowden, huh?
Peter
Snowden. Oh my God!
Peter
I said
Snowden.
Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
Peter Snowden.
Yeah, it's funny that actually the one of the other characters in the story, his name is Edward. So we got a good chuckle about that. But yeah, man, we're in a great position now with it, and fortunately, we have like the full support of the original filmmakers, like the director, some of the executives. It's been a really positive response from those people in terms of seeing this come to life. A lot of excitement. Like we thought initially, if we're lucky enough to get rights, that'll be really cool. Mm-hmm. But we'll see what happens beyond there. And then even getting the rights and the production company, at the time it was called B&N Films, they were pumped about it. Like, yeah, absolutely. I think this is a great idea. Do it. Whatever you need. And then when the writer Frederick put it on the radar of the original filmmakers, they were pumped. And so it was great to like chat with the director and just, sort of what was it like when you guys were doing this, and just kind of setting up the tone for what the show itself is going to be. So I'm glad they're going to get to see it, because it was such an inspiring movie to watch. To have that full circle moment is really grateful for that.
It made me think about what other films I would like to see on the theater stage.
Really? What do you got?
Jaws.
Honestly, I mean, yeah, with the animatronics, like you barely see the shark. I feel like it definitely would work.
You guys have any other ones? Because I have terrible suggestions.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games. I would love to see them try and make that.
Ooh, okay.
Honestly, that feels pretty cool. I don't know if you were being funny or not, but I'm just sitting there thinking about it now. I'm like, oh, you could move the background and get the dolly zoom effect still. Kind of cool. Yeah. Hunger Games would be tight.
If we had an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, that would be fucking wild.
There is a stage adaptation of Hobbit.
Really?
Yeah, I did it as a kid.
Oh, never mind.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. I felt the same thing. I was like, I thought you meant like something we could see coming up as a kid. Like, do you have VHS
But there is
footage?
a legit stage adaptation
come on.
of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
There is.
Who'd you play in The Hobbit?
Do your research. Oh fuck. I don't know. One of the trolls.
You were
or
Bilbo.
something.
Stop it.
I
They
was
didn't have
who?
you play Bilbo?
I didn't play Bilbo.
Why not?
I'm not a Bilbo.
Well, how old were you at the time?
I don't know, like 10.
I'm just thinking you're probably shorter. I'm like, I would have seen that working.
No, I was tall. They're like giant.
Oh yeah, you got
Troll.
to get off. Yeah.
Were you like 5'11" and?
Oh, I don't remember.
What grade was this in?
I don't remember.
Okay.
This is a long time ago. Spotlight Theater.
All right. I
know
remember.
Spotlight
Oh
Theater?
yeah, no
Yeah.
Spotlight. Yeah.
In Tulsa?
Oh, not in Tulsa. No, there's one out here.
It's like holy shit.
Are you from Tulsa also?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at y'all.
Yeah.
Tulsa.
By the way, I love the way you were loitering outside the studio.
Yeah.
Whenever I drove up.
Yeah.
It's this new look for you is intense.
Yeah, you pulled up with your Tesla. Sir, excuse me. There's no loitering here. I didn't even realize you first. I was like, who the fuck is it? Oh, it's Wesam. Okay. I was about to tell you to get the fuck out my face. I was like, bro, get out of here. Leave me alone.
Are you confrontational with strangers?
I try not to be, but it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
I think, well, probably like anyone, there's the, no big deal. Just let it, And then beyond that point, I'm like, all right, just fuck off.
Can I be real with you right now?
Sure.
I'm a little, there's a little part of me that's down coming into the studio today.
Why?
Because, as I said before, this is the Halloween episode, right?
Yeah.
Because this will air on Halloween.
Should have told me what to wear costume.
I know. I thought about that, and I was like,
I could dressed up as you.
how would you have dressed up as me?
Just made myself uglier.
You know how rude that is? Do you really understand how rude that is?
I would have worn like what's the thing you guys wear in jiu-jitsu?
A gi?
I would wear my gi,
Oh,
a
dude.
little baseball cap,
Dude,
a little salt and pepper action.
Yeah.
Boom.
And you're
I
making
would've
fun
had
of my
to.
age, too?
No, I
That
think
I'm-
salt
that
and pepper's
I'm
great. You
getting
got like a
older?
Reed Richards thing going on,
It is
and
getting
he's
a lot.
Mr. Fantastic.
Don't try to sell me on this.
It's working
Don't
a
try
little
to
bit.
sell me
It's
on
working
this.
a little bit, right, Sam?
It's not. I've gotten so much grayer in the last, I think, couple years. It's
Yeah.
really bad. Anyway, back to the Halloween thing
Yeah.
before I forget.
Go ahead.
I was really excited because I started doing research, and I love the spooky feeling. I'm always watching spooky things before bed, usually. At least one thing. This is going to be a controversial statement, but I'll say it.
Yeah. Come on.
Halloween is dead.
You think Halloween's dead?
It's dead.
Really?
It's dead. It's gone.
Why do you think that is? How'd you get there?
Okay. So, back in the 90s and early 2000s,
Yeah.
okay, before the internet, the lead up to Halloween, where did we get that from? Where did we get all like the advertisements and everything like that from?
Oh man, like as a kid, it was like those 30 Days of Halloween they would do on TV, like ABC Family, all that stuff. And I feel like there was always a movie or something that was very specifically that vibe, like a horror movie or something would release around then. There would be an occasion made out of it.
You hit it on the head. The 30 days before Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween was for the month of October.
Yeah.
And you got like all the TV commercials that month were all Halloween oriented. You go to
True,
like
true.
Walmart or any of like the other department stores. That's when all the Halloween stuff would start going up.
Yeah, I feel like you don't really see department stores do a whole lot anymore.
No, it's either way too early
Yeah.
or you're just it's kind of on your phone during this time, but not really because you have so much other stuff.
Yeah.
Also, it's kind of fun to be a little stupid. And what do I mean by this?
Yeah, tell me.
We know too much. We're able to know too much with the world and how things are done. I used to look at a scary picture of a ghost in a book and go, holy shit.
Yeah. Remember what was
That's
it,
a real ghost.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? Remember the
Yes.
artwork in those books? That shit was fucking scary.
Yeah. But after you've gone to rotten.com and seen the most horrific things
What
in the
is
world.
that?
You don't know rotten.com?
Rotten.com?
Oh, it's
I
horrible.
feel like I can infer context clues.
It's like I'm trying to be
Yuck.
careful with YouTube here. Really post-mortem pictures,
Ugh.
like you ever seen like the really disturbing cartel videos or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
It's hard to go back to scary stories
Yeah.
you tell in the dark.
The girl with the ribbon around her neck and her head falls off. Please.
Right, exactly.
I saw the process unfold.
Yeah. And so
Yuck.
it's not isolated to the month of October.
Yeah.
And also we know how things like as editors and how
Mm-hmm.
and storytellers, we know how easy it is to
Yeah.
edit a video and put like an
Yeah.
orb flying through it.
Yeah,
So the
there's so much
magic-
shit you can't even tell if it's real now just because of the technology we have. Like, remember when you used to see videos of, it's a UFO, and you go, "Whoa, that's crap, man! Never seen that. I don't know what that could be." Now you look at it and you go, "I mean, that could be After Effects. This could be AI generated. Face swap. Like, you can't tell what's fucking real half the time anymore."
No.
You know?
I mean, UFOs, we know a little bit more on them, but I'll discuss more about that right after our commercial break. And we're back. I think the UFOs, because of the whole military secret projects, all that stuff, but
Yeah.
specifically for like ghosts and Halloween and spooky spooky stories, I think we've just lost that. We've lost that era of atmosphere in the month
Yeah.
of October. Is it just me?
I think it's just you.
No, I mean, Halloween stuff came out in July, and then once it was September, Christmas stuff started going up in stores.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you start already thinking about Christmas. You don't even think about Thanksgiving anymore. Most people have skipped over that. I feel like it used to be magical each holiday as kids. It was very set, is the build up to Halloween, the build up to Thanksgiving, and then the build up to this magical Christmassy time.
Yeah, that's a good point. You could have a ramp up, and I don't think. But then also, is it just us getting older? Like
There it
we're
is.
adults, so for
Boom.
us it just hits differently. Like I would be curious, does it have that same magic for kids now?
It does.
It does?
It does.
Okay, because you disagreed really. Like, I can feel you. Please.
Everyone's getting older. All of us are getting older.
That's true.
Everything you described, the buildup, that is experiences you had as a child. As you got older, you realized how things work from like the ghost videos and stuff. A child's still not going to know the difference between that stuff. They're getting freaked out by skibbity toilet and bullshit.
What is that?
I'm
You don't
sorry.
know that?
No.
Go down that rabbit hole later. It'll blow your mind.
You guys are gonna ruin my algorithm.
Skibbity toilets?
You don't know
Skibbity toilet?
skibbity toilet?
No, man.
Oh my gosh.
I
This
pay
is
taxes.
what was like. Was Jeff the Killer your generation still?
What the fuck
Like
is that?
creepypasta? No.
Creepypasta, yeah. We
Creepypasta?
had
Okay.
spoons and
This is their like
Oh.
creepypasta thing.
Okay.
It's a
Oh.
human head that comes out of a toilet, and he's got a freaky smile, and that's their.
Is this like
thing
that? What the
they've
fuck
run
was
with.
that thing a couple years ago where there was like Bobo or some shit was like some creepy
Momo.
Is
It's
this
like
some shit like that?
Yes.
She's so fucking stupid.
We're going through like the generations and like
Yeah.
the really young kids right now, like maybe like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
It's this skibbity toilet nonsense.
No.
This is
Hey, listen,
so-
I'm
I'll
not
keep-
here
I'll
to
keep my
judge
How do
Jason
you
though.
know
Voorhees.
about this? You don't have kids.
I don't have kids, but I'm on TikTok.
we all are.
That's the best response to that. I don't have kids, but I'm on TikTok, baby. You know?
I'd love to see your algorithm.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
weird.
taking and talking, dog.
But I'm also not old.
Oh,
Are you gonna tell him that was rude?
wow.
I don't. I couldn't tell. Are you having a stroke right now? You're moving back and forth. There's no camera on you. You're like slithering like a snake. What's going on here? Hey, your mom listens to this podcast, and you've been mean to me lately.
Ooh.
Mrs. Grufik, can you please talk to your son? Thank you. Slammed you.
I'm trying to
Damn.
get grounded.
Slammed you in front of your
Grounded.
mom.
Now I'm gonna get a phone call. Thanks.
Yeah. and to be honest with you, I see how much. No, I'm kidding.
No, please do. Do it. I'm too excited now.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta let it fly.
No, it's just that I see you coming in here with all this new jewelry, with all this new
Yeah, you're right.
and I just feel like
It's a
you
big
know
ring.
I see
It
you
is a very big
posting
ring.
like on your personal stories, like you're just spending so much money, and I just want you to
Yeah.
Wow, you're moving up.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's moving up, which is good. I just
Is that making you a little nervous?
him moving
Yeah.
up. No, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Why would I be? Oh, you
On-
mean him
on the-
leaving?
On the bigger and better things?
I would be very sad if that happens.
We should
you
talk.
Damn. Oh man. But yeah, it might be because I'm older. You're right.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
is. It probably is. And
Well, yeah, because it changes, right? Then it goes from the atmosphere of Halloween that felt spooky, and even like the act of doing the trick or treating, being out around other people. It gets dark. There's like creepy, spooky houses, haunted houses. All of that kind of gets replaced with like IPAs and like the slutty bumblebee outfit, and like that kind of becomes, I think, what adult Halloween starts to feel like, and we lose a bit of that magic. So I think it's probably really on us to figure out ways to sort of bring that thing back. Like I always talk about this one year, Pesci had a Halloween party back in Boston where this was around the year that It had come out,
yeah.
and he filled the driveway with red balloons and had them all tied down. But when you walked through, they were right about a height where you had to push through the balloons to like see the house. And then when you got to the house, he had put lighting outside the windows and then newspapered all the windows. So when you went inside, there were like these little beams of red light coming through. He'd hazed the house. There were balloons everywhere. There was newspaper on the window. There was an atmosphere that felt kind of creepy and fun and exciting. And everyone is also dressed up then, right? And the costumes were like really clever, kind of punny costumes. So there was this excitement and magic again. So I think it's possible to still have it. It's just we got to make that thing happen for us in a way that works as an adult. Because obviously, door to door being like trick or treat, like 40 years old, get out of here. You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's just finding what are the tricks and treats for us now.
I think, I don't know because I have a lot of goals. I want to, like, there's very specific things I want to do in the next, like, 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'm also hyper focused on that. And I
Yeah.
haven't really been blown away by any kind of horror film lately, like anything new that's been come out.
Have you seen No Violent Nature?
Violent Nature, what is that?
That's a fucking good one.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Supernatural horror?
Kind of. It's more like a no disrespect to the filmmakers, but it's basically like Friday the 13th, but if it was all from Jason's point of view.
Sorry, let me be specific. I'm more into the supernatural stuff.
I see. So
yeah,
like when you say supernatural, you mean like ghosts, demons, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. That's my.
I heard
that's
the
my
first Omen was really good.
The first Omen?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
80s, I think? Or,
No,
No, it
the
just came
movie's
out.
called The First Omen.
Oh,
It
The
came
First
out
Omen,
recently.
okay.
Yeah, it just came out this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I heard it was really good. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard really good things.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Supposedly it's the horror is good, and then but also like the filmmaking apparently is very well done. So,
Yeah.
which I kind of like, because then whenever horror stuff comes up or something new, and someone goes, "Oh, but it's also a really good movie," I go, "Oh shit, okay, so you liked the filmmaking as well." I mean, that's nice. Because usually with horror, I feel like it's easy to kind of go, "Oh, it's low, it's inexpensive, so we can just kind of slap something together," and then you lose the quality of this craft behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. No, but I think you're right. We got to make that magic for ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to find the way to make that magic.
Yeah.
And I think I've just been too preoccupied with a bunch of other stuff going
Yeah,
on.
you're a busy man.
Yeah. Yeah. For better or for worse, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right. That's the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. No, I'm kidding. Hey, how's the podcast going?
The podcast is going great, man. Great. We've had a few really good guests lately. It's also nice being able to have episodes where like Mike and I can just catch up, because then you know how to say if you have guests all the time and you get into interview mode really easily, and having the episodes where we can just sort of shoot the shit helps to sort of go, right, don't take it too seriously, just hang out, and then you can jump into the next episode with a guest, and it feels like it always finds a more natural flow after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything crazy recently? Any good
Actually, we
stories?
had comedian Sal Trujillo on recently, who I met during COVID. They were starting to like kind of letting us do things, and a buddy of mine was doing stand up at the time, and there was a rooftop stand up show because it was open air and you could have space from each other. So we went over. I think it might have been Koreatown. Went into this apartment building up to the roof with a bunch of people, and it was just a little impromptu stand-up show. And I saw Saul perform there, and he was fucking amazing. So fast forward, we get him on the show, and it blew my mind. He was talking about the difference, because now a lot of comedians have moved to Austin, and the difference in the Austin scene for comedy versus in LA. And he talked about how in LA there is the potential of you could say something and actually offend someone and get canceled. Like that's a real possibility. Whereas in Austin, he was saying it's a little bit easier to go, I'm going to say something wild, and that can win the audience over. So if I'm bombing, I can, say something off color, use some blue humor, and I get them back pretty easy. Whereas here, you don't really have that thing to fall back on. So you have to be tight. You have to be a little sharper. And it made me think a lot about doing the play and going, you get to a point in life with your passion or your pursuit, and you become not complacent, but you go, I'm sort of plateauing. What's next? And then going, okay, well, how do I put myself to the fire? And in the same way that Saul was talking about staying in LA and being in an environment where there is more at risk, and you do have to really step up to the plate, venturing out and going, I'm going to do this play, I'm going to do this one-man show. It's just me out there. So if it fucking bombs, it's just me. If it does well, then it's all of us as a collective, right? But the only way to really keep growing, the only way to break past this plateau is to try something else, is to put something on the line and risk it. And so I really enjoyed hearing that from him on the show. It was a good reminder that it's worth rolling the dice.
Yeah. That's pretty, I think that for the artist, it has to be brave to go, okay, you know what? I gotta evolve here. I gotta do something different.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like I think we all feel that at some point, right? Where for you with jiu-jitsu, did you hit a point anywhere where you thought, how do I go beyond where I'm at now? Because right now I'm in a good place, but how do I go beyond this? How do I break past that thing?
Lance, I'm unstoppable right now. Okay. I'm at the top.
Really? How long have you been doing it?
2 years.
2 years? Is that that sounds impressive. Is that good progress?
No. I still feel like I haven't even started to go up the mountain.
Gotcha.
That's where I feel like. I've done martial arts my whole life. Black belt in Taekwondo, dabbled in other stuff,
Oh, rad.
weapon trainings, all this stuff. And so I have a good body, yoga for
Yeah.
years and years and years, and I'm like certified teacher. But
Oh, very cool. I didn't know that.
yeah, and so 2 years into it, like I have good body awareness, but man, I still have so much to
Yeah.
go. There's so much to learn and do with it. And so, yeah, I'm always in class. I'm still nervous going in.
Yeah.
I talk to some guys. I'm like, are you guys still nervous rolling? Like before a roll, like somebody, hey, you want to roll? And they're like, yeah, that never goes away. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thought I was just being a bitch, And I was like,
Well, that's
okay.
good. You're already putting yourself in those positions then.
Yeah.
Like you've already, maybe the act of choosing jujitsu is that is the something new here.
It's never as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, some days it's like, oh, this sucks really bad.
Oh yeah.
But for 99.99% of the time, it's bad, but it's not like that bad.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
I know how to get out of this.
It's like it makes me think about rehearsing, and you have those days where you get done and you go, "What the fuck just happened? Why did I was forgetting the marks, I was forgetting the action, or I was having to call out line a bunch, and then you have the other 3 days in that week, and you go, this was fucking amazing. I love this, and you feel so inspired and pumped and excited again.
How are you bringing life into every rehearsal? Because people who have come from a lot of TV and film, they're doing self-tapes, they're doing auditions. It's like, boom, boom. You got one. You're not rehearsing for days, weeks on end.
Yeah.
They don't understand that theater life.
Yeah, I think it's just I take a nap beforehand. That helps. But I think it's just before I get started, I think about whatever that moment is that I'm walking into. So if we're doing Act 1, I think about, okay, what am I about to walk into? What am I feeling here? And I'll just say the shit, like say things out loud about it, and like try to get myself not like emotionally in this place, but just mentally, like I need to lock my brain into this starting block. And then when I go into I do it, then I try to think about where those things are in terms of what are my marks, what are the things that we have to hit to tell the story. And then everything else in the middle, I go, where can I push a little more? Where can I push a little more? Where can I pull back a little bit? And just trying different shit just to see what things feel like. Like, okay, last time this part was like I had this big rage freak out. What does this look like if it's a panic attack instead? And then it's more subdued. Or what if for this, instead of this phone call or this conversation being very panicked or stressed, what if I'm trying to hide that thing by sounding like everything is okay, it's totally fine, just give me a call. And just trying different things. And because we're in this world of rehearsal now, like there's so much room to just play and just try things and discover and find shit. So that's what's been the real big saving grace, is just going, okay, if I can get comfortable with a state of play here, then on the day, I can sort of feel out and trust my instinct to go, oh, this is pulling me that way. I know I have to wind up back over here so that I can go, okay, let's play around a little bit and make sure it gets me to where I need to be for this story beat.
I like that. I'll tell you why I really like that. You're going back to basic fundamentals. The first thing you said. And this is something like I talk to the students about constantly.
Yeah.
They're like, well, how do you keep it fresh if you're doing like 6, 7, 8 takes, and you're running the scene again? I'm like, what's your moment before? Who are you? What's your circumstances? What do you want? What's in your way to get what you want? What happens if you don't get what you want?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's not like the first, when we step into rehearsal, right before we do the first little run of it, I'm doing my get my head in the space, and then after that, oh, we're just here. No, every time I'm like, okay, let me step off, think about it for a second. If I need to vocalize it, I'm about to go on Wesam podcast. It's gonna be the best podcast ever because I'm gonna talk about these things. And it's gonna be so exciting. Okay, here we go, and then start doing it.
You should do that.
I think it's helpful every. This fucking guy. It took me a second. But I think it's wicked helpful, man. I think it's helpful to keep it fresh and to keep you in a good state of mind.
Yeah. I mean,
I want one of those so bad.
fanny pack?
Yeah.
It saved my life.
Really? Really? I had a Costco membership now. Adulting.
Fancy.
That's why Halloween's not fun anymore, because we got to do shit like that.
Oh, by the way, this is why I was right a little bit about what I was saying before about Halloween. I'm going to continue this acting talk here in a little bit, but I was right.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know, man. I feel like we're friends outside the show, but when we get in here, we get a little testy with each other.
Nice
so
camaraderie,
it's just a natural thing. I don't know, man.
It's a
I
fun
just miss
volley
you.
to watch.
We haven't hung out.
I know. You need to go bowling.
We're never gonna go bowling. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna keep saying we need to go bowling, and we're just gonna be just two trains passing in the night.
Oh, it's very poetic.
No,
How did it make you feel?
No, it's not about him.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was at Costco literally maybe 2 weeks ago. They had stuff up for Christmas.
Yeah, and
Come on.
That's a problem.
yeah,
Come on.
That is a problem.
yeah,
She just said that. She's upset that she
Yeah.
brought that up
yeah.
and that nobody
They
acknowledged it.
zoom past Thanksgiving now. Yeah,
No, but you're right. You're right.
yeah.
I forgot that she brought it up. Sorry,
It's
Alex.
conflicting, man, because I get why people don't like Thanksgiving. I understand the logic behind it. I just also like eating, and I like the camaraderie and the friendship. You know what I mean? I love that.
That's fine, but it's just a lie. Like, we know that.
What is?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's a lie.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
That's just the best way to phrase it.
yeah,
It is literally
yeah.
a lie that we were told
Yeah.
is fact.
Yeah.
On every single...
Do you remember being a kid and getting those textbooks with the pictures? And you're like, look at the pilgrims and the natives sitting together, breaking
having
bread.
such a good
That was
time.
nice. Look, they brought them corn.
Friendship.
Like, it's more like Game of Thrones.
Oh, do you want to know when I found out about... Oh,
Yeah.
that's what like certain
Yeah,
tribes
yeah. Come on.
like, and how the Native Americans and the people like the settlers or whatever.
Yeah.
I watched a little movie in 6th grade called Dances with Wolves.
Ooh.
Dancing with Wolves or Dances with Wolves?
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves, because that's his name. That's the guy's
Yeah.
name, right? Dances with Wolves.
Oof.
You know the scalping scene
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! Like as a kid, I'm like, oh, they really didn't like each other.
No. No.
Oh my god!
Yeah. It makes you think about a bunch of everything else. You're like, what else is bullshit? What else have I been told that's not true?
Tulsa race rights were never taught to us
Nope.
in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at all.
That's insane.
And I was in Tulsa from 3rd grade all the way to college. Never knew about them.
Wow.
I stayed
really
in
wild.
Tulsa. Never heard about them until I moved to LA.
Jesus. Would you watch Watchmen on HBO Max and you were like, what?
Oh, this is
It's
all
a
made
major
up.
it's a major plot point.
I know. I gotcha. I gotcha.
I wasn't sure if
thinking-
you'd seen it. And I was
No,
like,
this is
oh,
me
he's a
watching
little lost in the
Watchmen.
sauce.
This is me watching Watchmen during that part. Oh, that's bullshit.
Living a lie. That's insane that they don't teach that. Jesus.
There you go.
Wow.
I mean,
Isn't Gap Band from Tulsa as well? They have the song "Dropped a Bomb on Me," and that's in relation to the attacks in Tulsa.
Alex, you mind looking that up as you are
I'm pretty
already
sure
doing
it's
that?
like the G, A, and P in Gap Band is either in relation to. I think it's in relation to the streets that each of the members lived on, if I'm not
Wait,
mistaken.
you dropped the bomb on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's about
What?
It's in reference to the attacks in Tulsa. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me too.
Yeah.
That is the case.
Song,
Yeah.
that catchy song,
Mm-hmm.
is a reference to that. Whoa.
Holy shit.
It's speculation.
It's true.
Lance?
I 100%.
The
I support.
song lead singer said that the song is about a bomb made of love.
Lance, where'd you get this info?
It's a strong theory. Like
Okay.
most
Boom.
fans
Boom.
are 100% behind it, and they just think that the lead singer's lying.
I don't know what to believe. See, now what do I believe? What do
Like
I believe?
this.
What am I supposed to believe, Lance?
I think you make your own mind up, Wesam.
All right.
Believe the truth. No, yeah, I worked on this documentary. I think it was about James Brown, and one of the things we got to talking a lot about was the documentarian. I forget her last name. Her name was Miss Deborah. Wonderful lady, fantastic director. She had done a documentary on the Tulsa massacres, and some of that was covered in there. So I think that's kind of where my eyes were opened a little more to it.
Okay. This is really interesting. But it just goes to show you how good, consistent marketing can really change
Yeah,
the zeitgeist and the culture
yeah,
and the perspective on what people know.
yeah. It was like you tell a lie long enough, and then it just becomes truth.
You want to know how big the Trail of Tears section was in our book? I specifically remember this. It wasn't even a full chapter or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was probably like a paragraph or two.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with the civil rights era and most of those textbooks back, and then it's a chapter. It is we do here's like this week we're gonna talk about this, and then for the next year of school, we will talk about taxation without representation, and the fucking Boston Tea Party, and the Industrial Revolution. I'm like, why are we skipping over all these other things? Like, just like a little footnote of like, here's this, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I was right, but before I did it, Columbus Day was created because there was 11 Italian Americans who were lynched in New Orleans in 1891, and they wanted to ease the tension between the United States and Italy. It wasn't about Columbus actually being like the discoverer of America.
Wow.
Whoa. I've never known that
I didn't
before.
know that at all. Jesus. I don't know if my brain can handle all this new information today.
Everything we've known about
a lie.
holidays is a lie.
Yeah.
This has been a very... See, maybe I am right about Halloween.
What was Halloween's original thing? Was it All Hallows Eve? But what was the thing? What was it about?
So, I know this.
Oh, come on, Wesam, fire away. Hey, get. All right, boys, tell me what you got.
So, old.
What just happened to you?
So, listen, guys. Halloween. I'm gonna do it in the very like Arabic tradition of a way. I'm gonna say it in English, but I'm gonna do it in the way of like an old Arab guy from the Middle East, from where I'm from, telling it. Okay.
Yeah.
Halloween. Old tradition from like Ireland and Scotland area. That northern West Europe. Celtic. Can you imagine? Yeah, no, it's from the northern Celtic area. And then it eventually came here with the immigration in the 1800s. And then it slowly started picking
Candy
up.
companies and boom, 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 boom.
Candy companies didn't get involved until the 1960s.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because trick-or-treating became more prevalent and that sort of
Smart way to make money.
Yep.
Got to move those Kit Kats.
thing. Yep, exactly. And then
What was your favorite Halloween candy?
favorite? Reese's Cups.
Reese's Cups. That's a
yeah.
pretty good one.
That's
I love
like
the
peanut
Mr.
butter.
Good bars and the Crackle bars. I'm a texture guy. Loved them.
The green caramel lollipops. What are they called? Green apple.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. But my issue with the lollipops was always a little air bubble that I seemed to find. Slice. Hated it.
What, slice? What does that
You
mean?
like a little air bubble that's kind of end up developing a sharp edge and you get a little scratch on the tongue. Hate that.
That's never happened to me.
Wow.
That's never happened to me. 37 years. That's never happened to me.
We apparently eat lollipops differently.
You lying again, man? Is this what you do now?
No, I swear to God.
You Peter Snowden me right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm making things up. This is not real. Yeah, you never had that. Not even like with a Tootsie Pop. Nothing. You've never come across an air bubble in a Tootsie Pop.
Never.
Oh shit.
Never.
How are you just getting perfect Tootsie Pops?
Yeah, I have a deal with them.
This is your friend. You see? Yeah.
See
The
what?
air bubble's the worst.
They're not real.
Suck, man. What about you guys? What was your favorite Halloween candies?
100 grand.
What's 100 grand? Is that the chocolate bar?
Best. It's the best.
You
It's got-
love those.
It's got chocolate with like a Rice Krispie with caramel.
Ooh, that does sound pretty damn good.
So good.
That sounds really
It's the
good,
best.
actually.
And I feel like I can never find it except in Halloween like candy bags.
Peyton?
Dude, I like
that's
Jolly
good.
Ranchers.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I'll shut up.
It was the way you said it.
Okay, everyone's saying
That's a
chocolate,
soundbite.
and I
That's-
come in here with the fruity sour,
Oh no, it doesn't.
tasty candy, and
Skittles are great too.
I like Jolly
Okay.
Ranchers.
I like Jolly Ranchers.
It was so much
Lance.
conviction.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought up Jolly Ranchers. You know why?
Why?
Core memory got unlocked. I hated school.
Yeah.
I cheated a lot in school.
Yeah.
6th, 7th grade, especially 8th grade. A lot in high school. I cheated as much as I could. I just
Wow.
didn't get it.
Can they take your diploma away for saying that?
Honestly, I don't know where it is. And I don't even need one for acting. I realized that in college. I was like, well, too late.
Fuck it. We're here now.
Yeah, exactly.
Ride the wave.
When people were like, I'm going to get my master's, I'm like, why? You're not even good. I mean, I didn't say that to their face, but like,
Maybe the hope is that by the time they get the masters, they will have become better.
no, there's nothing in there.
You said there's no hope for you.
No, there really isn't. Some people went to master school for theater. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're just terrible.
Jesus. What a bummer that would be to come out on the other end of like, how many years of school is that even to then
8.
it's still to just not click. Even forgetting about putting aside someone not being good or not, the fact that you could still do all that and then it's still not happen. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, you
On the
saw
job
it.
training, kids.
Have you seen it in an acting class?
People with masters who I didn't find very good.
No. Hold on. I'll bring this back up. I just want to hit the
Yeah,
Jolly Ranchers thing because I want to make sure I don't forget.
Yeah.
But Jolly Ranchers, Peyton, I remember specifically whenever we would have what is it in February, the month Valentine's. What is it called? They would you could go and buy these hearts that they would deliver to people's classes like candy. They would
Candy
raise
grams.
candy grams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember like trading for the Jolly Ranchers one, and specifically the grape.
How is that working? So you like it's not about me and you. It's just you have grape.
Yeah, you have grape. I have this. You want to switch it out?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
You know what I didn't like was
Skittles.
Smarties. I always feel like Valentine's Day candies were whack because everything felt like it was all Smarties based. It was like different, like heart shaped. It's still a Smartie, or it's this. It's still a Smartie to some degree, and those sucked. It's like eating like the puck out of a toilet or something. Like this
Whoa.
dry, chalky, flavorless bullshit with
Flavorless?
this fucking red stamped. Eat me. Get out of here. Fuck that.
Is that the sour one?
I love you.
Wait.
I don't think
Smarties
those
suck,
are
bro.
classified as Smarties.
No, those aren't Smarties. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking
The
about.
they suck
chalky
too.
hearts is what you're talking
Yeah, those
about.
are disgusting. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It all feels Smartie based. It's like here's this little fucking pale puck of
Smarties is
dust.
better.
Pressed sugar.
Yeah, it's pressed dust. It's gross.
Yeah.
You guys like those?
Do you not like sour candy?
I don't
'Cause that's
mind
what
sour
Smarties are.
candy,
They're like
but like,
sour.
I think you have the
also
wrong name
can't-
for it. Yeah, you have the wrong name for it.
no, Smarties. The things that are in a little sleeve,
Smartie,
they're colorful
yeah.
and they're twisted into a little wrapper. I'm just
Smartie.
saying anything that's like a compressed little dusty puck is basically a Smartie to me, and it's all gross.
Oh, I used to like those. Yes, but I didn't like. I thought you were talking about the ones that had the writing in it, like "I love you." The
Yeah, the
Yeah,
chalk hearts.
they're like Smartie
chalk
adjacent.
hearts. Those are the ones I didn't like.
No
Not a
one
fan.
liked the chalk hearts.
Oh, I like.
But I still ate them.
I was addicted to sugar. I was like eating Fun Dips. Do you remember Fun
Oh
Dips?
yeah,
I loved
yeah.
Fun
Like you lick a
Dip.
sugar stick
Yeah.
and you stick it in sugar.
Remember
and you
Pixie
just-
Sticks?
Oh, I loved Pixie
Yeah,
Sticks.
there's that one
yes.
that like little period around 7th grade where I was snorting Pixie Sticks.
Right.
Snorting?
Yeah,
You like snort?
yeah. I don't know why.
A lot of people pretended, I think, that
Yeah.
they were, you know.
That sounds
Look, I'm
painful.
doing drugs.
Yeah. Sting.
Me sneeze blue.
Yeah, I was not
Yeah.
on that train.
Yeah. Hey, listen, sugar rush. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Or just a pain rush.
Direct shot. Boom. Right into the adrenals. Yeah.
Oh man, I need a vacation. I'm stretched too thin right now.
Yeah.
I really am.
What are you gonna do for Halloween?
For Halloween, what is
Yeah.
it? Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Literally checking my calendar.
My favorite thing about Halloween now is just especially being in LA, where I think costumes can get a little more extravagant. I just love seeing what other people decide to put on. I don't even necessarily want to dress up most of the time. I just want to see what other people do.
Nothing.
But I do have ideas for Halloween costumes that I will do eventually.
What?
Okay. So my first one that I can't wait to do is
Hold on. We got to take a quick commercial break, and
Okay.
then we'll be right back. And we're back.
So the one that I really want to do for a costume is I want to get a big mascot costume of a star, and I want to get like the little thing of bullets and little guns, and I want to be a shooting star, and I'm just gonna walk around all night and point my fake guns at people and go make a wish.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be great. Yeah. Or I want to be the Pink Panther. And there's this, I think it's CFX mask. It's some company that does like these composite foam effects masks. Like they sit all the way down here. They're real form to your face. You can talk, blink, all this shit. And they have one that's specifically of a cat. And so I want to get that, but I want to get it in pink. And I want to get a long turtleneck and one of those long stem cigarettes. And I just want to walk around and eavesdrop. And when people say stuff, go, meow. And then just walk away. I want a gimmick. That's my thing. You see what I'm saying? There's gimmicks there that can be played with all night long.
That's
what?
good.
That'd be amazing. Imagine you're in the middle of a good conversation. You say something, you share a secret, and then I'm just here at the ear, meow, and I just walk away.
How much time do we have left? Because
Come on, Wesam, what you got for costumes?
nothing. I actually don't like to dress up.
Really? No, you're not even like if I was gonna do something, I would throw this on.
No.
No?
Maybe for kids, if there was kids involved, yeah. But that's
Okay, let's say you were going to give out trick-or-treat candy, and you said, I'll throw something on so when the kids come, I can at least be in the spirit.
Oh, you want me to be in the spirit of Halloween?
Sure.
I want to hand out candy. Well, Alex, you should say it.
I should just pull up a picture of you.
You should pull up a picture of me.
Yeah, what is this?
I love handing out candy. Like, I get excited about that. That's where I get the enjoyment out of it. Maybe because I also want to
you
start
go.
a family soon and everything.
There's your magic of Halloween right
Yeah.
there.
How's that for full circle? You have lost the joy of Halloween, but you get to give it to someone else.
You're
That's
like the
probably what
Grinch of Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, your heart has grown. Bwah, bwah, bwah.
Yeah, I like that. The Grinch of Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, you know what part I like about that? I like just grabbing a handful
Yeah.
or telling them, grab a handful, more,
Yeah.
grab more, take it. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
You get
really?
excited?
And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Child excitement.
yeah, they're like, oh my God.
Just start screaming. You're like, well, they've already gotten into the candy.
Dude, that's the best.
Yeah. My favorite thing is scaring kids during trick or treat. Yeah. So I dress up and then hide.
Yeah.
One year we did this in Hartford. I got a big pumpkin, hollowed it out, and had put like a bunch of layers of clothes on and got like straw stuff. And I just sat really stiffly by the door. And so everyone came up because the weird bulk of the body and the pumpkin, they just thought it was a decoration. And I would do something to scare them. That's
awesome.
Fantastic. Oh, you got to be careful though. Like once we hit a certain youth,
Yes.
you gotta like we would have my mentor be like tell the parents like, hey, it's my friend, we won't. They're like, oh no, go ahead, please.
Ah,
Like
okay.
then you scare them, the kid starts crying, and I'm like, I don't know how good of a parent you are.
Can you imagine? It's like
Yeah.
some 6-year-old and you're like, I'm going to eat your kid.
Yeah, I remember particularly there was this little girl dressed as Cinderella. Her mom was like, do it. So okay, so and she like ran in place because she didn't know what to do with all the adrenaline.
That's not
Yeah,
fun.
I was like, The mom thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
was like, I think she's a little drunk right now.
When I was younger, we used to try to scare people a lot as
Yeah.
kids, but that was fun. I love scare videos.
Yeah,
Of people getting scared, like around corners.
those are
and-
good ones. I love those ones.
Yeah, like adults especially.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's something amazing watching an adult be scared.
It's the best. I love pranking my girlfriend all the time and startling her. It's the best. It's so easy, especially if it's someone who it's easy to get them.
Yes.
Oh, love it.
Oh my God.
The other day, she got up to use the bathroom. We were watching a show, and I really quickly got up and like positioned the pillows under the blanket and then hid. When she came out, she was just still talking because she hadn't registered that there was a weird shape in the bed.
Yeah.
So she was and jumped out. "Ah!" And she screamed and jumped. I was like, so rewarding.
Okay, you guys got the picture?
Yeah, you might just have to just show them from your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is a live video and it's hilarious. This is from the last.
Holy, oh my
Is
God.
this you giving out candy?
Okay, so
We'll just throw it up.
we'll throw it up. Okay,
Yep. Wow, that's a lot of candy.
great. That was not all of it too. And then this was
For 3 kids who live the complex.
that's the live photo.
Wow, you got full-size candy bars too.
Yeah.
Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that's me just being very excited to hand.
The
'cause you-
candy man can. 'Cause he was-
I mean, yeah, I think you know what? We've come full circle.
Mhm.
I love handing out candy. There's the magic of Halloween. for
There it
me.
is.
But unfortunately, there's not a lot of kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's a bummer for me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trunk or treat now.
It's a lot of what?
Trunk or treat.
What's that? Oh, like people drive
for
around?
People who have like apartment complexes or things like that, what they do instead is they set up the back side of their cars
Mm-hmm.
in like a school, so that way the kids go to the same location. It's safe. You're not going
Yeah.
in dangerous neighborhoods, and
Gotcha.
people keep candy in the trunks of their cars. Now people are getting really like creative with it, and they'll
Yeah.
like make cardboard entryways to the trunk of the
Yeah.
car and like have themes. Like someone just posted theirs, and what's that one, Caroline with the button eyes?
Oh, Coraline. Yeah.
Someone made that, so it's like you're going through like she does, and then the back is set up like that. So people get more into that because they're trying to protect kids from being on streets.
Which I think the intention is great, but also like go over to that guy's trunk and get the candy out. And I don't know, in the long run, we're like something will happen by the age like 13, 15, where you're like, yeah, people keep candy in their trunk. It's not weird. There's just no Coraline props, but yeah, I'll go over and grab a Snickers out of this trunk. That was kidnapping sound effects.
I was aware.
Yeah, that's Amber Alert.
Okay. Before we end,
Yeah.
If I go see your show and I'm
Yeah.
in the front row, will that be distracting?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a few moments of direct address, so I will probably find you and deliver directly to you at points.
You have what?
Direct address.
A direct address.
Yeah.
To the audience.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You break the fourth wall.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
May I ask why, or do we just have to see
Just
and
gotta
find
see.
out? Ooh.
Yeah.
November 8th through the 17th, right?
Yeah. 8th, 9th, 10th, 12th, 15th, 16th, 17th.
Okay. And people can go on to your Instagram.
Yeah,
Go Lance
Instagram
Go.
at GoLanceGo. You can find the Eventbrite link in my bio. Buy tickets right there. Come see the show. Come support. Come show love.
I think
And
it's
all
really, I think it's really incredible taking something that was, from a film and putting it on stage. I'm really now thinking about all the films I would have loved to see on stage. You know, and how some of them definitely couldn't work without a huge budget. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you'd also be surprised, right? I mean, with this movie, we're fortunate because there's a one character story. It's a man in his house the whole time, so it's very conducive for play. But I think there's probably a lot of other stories that could still translate in a good way.
How about what's that movie I saw recently that I'm like, oh, this reads like a play almost.
Rear Window would
Menu.
be interesting. Menu, we say, yeah, Menu could absolutely work.
Menu would be incredible
Yeah,
as a
we
play.
were just watching that 2 nights ago. It's a great movie.
I don't get why people don't like it.
People don't like it.
I've come across so many people who are like, I wasn't that good. I'm like, just like nominated best movie, like as a whole. I was surprised it wasn't nominated. I'm like, as a
Yeah.
whole,
Yeah.
it's like a good.
Or even screenplay would have been. I think that would have been a worthwhile nod.
I would have loved to read the screenplay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just found it really interesting. It wasn't nominated.
I think what happens is there's something happens nowadays where it seems like if something is very good, a unanimous decision gets made in the comment section that this thing sucks, and then no one has the spine to go find out for themselves what they think, or if they do find out what they think, then what I think disagrees with everyone else, and I don't want that either. And so there's just everyone just rides the wave of this is the opinion, that thing sucks. Okay,
Yeah, that's bad. That's not good.
it's a shame.
I had a couple students do a scene from, or I asked them to do a scene from the Menu, and
Which scene they do?
Oh, they didn't. They didn't bring it in, so that was fun. I just realized that. Yeah, as I was saying it out loud, they never brought it in, so that was cool.
Hard work going on.
You know,
Go ahead.
no.
I know between you and Mike, I'm really good at like kicking off someone else's rants.
I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
I really don't get it. You know, you've taken my class before.
Yeah.
I'm a proponent of, hey, learn a bunch of different ways to get up the mountain. There's not just
Yeah.
my way. There's not just his way. There's a
Right.
there's a bunch of
Right.
different ways. But you're paying for the class. Just be open to try it at least
Yeah.
fully. Commit. You're shaking your head no?
No.
Oh.
Peyton said, "Don't do that." Fuck is he talking about? Don't do that at all.
No, but just trust me.
Yeah.
And I don't ever like to talk about my resume or what I've been
Yeah.
like, but I've been working professionally. Hey,
That was such a charge. Oh man.
are you talking to my students? Is this why
You're just lying now.
if I was taking a class and I
Yeah.
had never worked before professionally on television
Yeah.
from someone who's currently working on television and has been for years and years and years, I'd be very open to what they
that's-
had to say.
It's also such a treat because you don't often find an instructor who is actively working, whether it's as a coach or as an actor or as a director, or right in their profession to some degree, working professionally at present. It's not often. There's a lot of people with opinions and ideas and dreams who want to teach, but it's rare to find, I think, people who are actively working and then also go, I still want to teach while I'm doing this thing though.
Anthony's currently working.
Yeah.
Adam's currently working.
Yeah.
I'm currently working. I think Rebecca's currently working on a show soon as well.
Yeah.
So it's like you got most of the
That's
faculty
amazing.
is working.
Yeah.
And then the ego that
Yeah.
we're fighting against sometimes, it's like, what are you doing paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this for?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I see it even in jiu-jitsu sometimes.
Weird.
Not the, I don't think this works, but the, I've done it once. Now I know how it is. Let me teach you. And I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
we're the
I think there's
same
a-
belt.
Generationally, there's a bit of undeserved confidence, I think, that sort of permeates. And I don't think it's just one generation. I think it's, across the board.
Because I feel weird if another white belt asks me, hey, how do you do this move? I'm like, hey, I'm a white belt too. I tell them that right off the bat. I'm like, you should ask one of the upper belts because I think it's this way, but try it your way. I don't want to guide you wrong.
Life's easier that way too, in a way. Like when we were embarking on our rehearsal process, I had my vision of this thing. Director has his vision as a thing, and then as we're working together, like trying to navigate that, right, to give it this shape, so that for me, when I walk out here and do this, I understand why and I can breathe life into it. But then also for him as a director, like you can feel good as well about what people are receiving and how that story is impacting them. And I remember us working through one note, and he was like, well, can we just try it and see? And I went, yeah, right, of course. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just try it and see. And like, if it doesn't, if afterwards I might go, oh shit, I get that. And you might go, never mind. Now we go, well, but I really liked it. Okay, let's find something, Or it could be the thing we try it and both of us go, oh, that didn't really, okay, just move on. Or we do it and both of us go, boom, that's something. And now we're excited. But you miss out on the possibility of those exciting moments if you're not open to the exploration.
Absolutely. I love that. Open to the exploration. By Lancey Williams.
Lancey Williams.
That's comedy, baby. That's a callback.
Jesus.
I'll be teaching comedy callbacks every Wednesday no, I'm kidding. I have a really big workshop, or after this airs, I've already done the workshop, but at this other place called the Pressure Cooker. And basically I come in as a guest director for people who've already prepped scenes, and I give them a wide variety of the type of director they'll be getting and the type of direction they'll be getting.
That's actually really smart. Yeah, that's a great way to sort of test and dip your feet in the water.
Yeah, and it's at the prep. The owner of it and one of the head coaches, she does this thing where in the middle of the scene, if you've like nailed a scene, and you're like, okay, let's have fun. In the middle of it, she goes, okay, change it. It's stop. We're at a Disney multicam style. Okay, we're at AMC show. Okay, now we're at a period piece for Netflix.
So I love that.
So it's like a switch up immediately.
Yeah. I love how on the fly that is. I just did a class with John Marklin at the Marklin Studio called Genres, and similar thing, but we didn't have it wasn't switching in the moment. It was you had your scene assignment, and then it was I want to say like six to 8 weeks, and each week you had to present this scene in a new genre, and he would give you the genre the week before. So like we had Waiting for Lefty. So I said for the first week, I'm like, I don't know if he's gonna give us period because of the fact that it's obviously what it is. So why don't we do a period for the first week just to do it? So we did that, which was fun. And then I think the next one he gave us was like Saturday Night Fever. So we made it like this disco thing, and then it turned into like something else, and it was Smurfs, and just having that freedom to go, what does this change about this now? And you've also been given the instruction. You can't go, I don't want to do that. Like when he gave us Smurfs, I was like, what are you doing, bro? And he was like, well, try it and see it. All right. So then we show up, painted blue in our costumes, and do the scene, and it was
Love it.
It was fascinating to see how the first run of the episode, not the episode, the first run of the scene, so dramatic, right? But then doing it as Smurfs, our classmates were laughing the whole time, and it's not a scene you would expect to hit as funny at all, but yet you're finding all these beautiful moments of comedy and then going, okay, now if I were to go back and do this scene and play it straight, is there comedy that I can now discover? Where's the heart that I found from doing it this way over here? Where's the freedom I found from doing it in the Saturday Night Fever version where I danced through most of it? I can use my body more in this. I didn't really think about that because I just sat down. So I think that's really great that they're doing it over there, like right in real time.
I think the contrast and finding the styles strengthens you whenever you purposely make a decision to go with, okay, this is the actual tone of this project I'm working with. And you know it even more so. Because when you compare something to another, you know that initial thing a lot more deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's good to have that instinct of something switching right now and make a choice, commit.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Again, go to Lance's Instagram, Go Lance Go.
Yes.
Watch Nightingale, November 8th through the 17th here in LA. You can find the tickets on that Eventbrite link that he has on his Instagram. Go support some awesome local theater. You will not. I'm not just saying this because you're on the show, but you're a tremendous actor,
Thank you.
and people will not be disappointed by this. And this is actually something interesting, and I can't wait to see it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
very much.
We're gonna definitely be coming in and checking you out and supporting. Lance, people want to check out your podcast, Right Place, Right Time,
Yep.
and In Love with the Process with Mike Pecci.
Pecci.
Pecci. I don't know how he does it.
At Mike Pecci.
Mike Pecci.
Yeah.
Mike Pecci. Okay. Mike Pecci. Hope
I
to
love-
have you on the show sometime. All right. Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you so much, man.
Play us out, Peyton. Thank you, everybody. Really love you supporting the show. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening, make sure you follow us at Wesam's World on Instagram. Hit the subscribe button, and always remember to listen, think, and then talk. Bye.